What's going on, everybody? I'm Shy. This is the Dollar Tree. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Yes, timestamps are in the description. All right, listen. Listen, hey, the trading setup is still looking very, very good. All right, look, okay, I'll make you a deal. If you want me to drop the trade setup, I have to get 50 likes. Let me get 50 likes on this video if you want me to drop the trade setup. So make sure you hit that like button, break the thumb on that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when we upload a new video, and then I can drop the free trade setup. All right. So anyway, all right. So let's just get started with Uniswap. All right. Let's talk about this Uniswap thing, because I know a lot of people were appreciative of the fact that I made for the last few videos. I've talked about nothing but Uniswap going in the downward direction. All right, which is the only thing it could have done. Now, yes, if you are paying attention today, it has bounced. Okay, it bounced. But what lies ahead is still unknown. Okay, same thing you could say for like a year in finance too. They come out, run up, come down, 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 down. Yes, they will have pumps like this in the medium. But overall, you still have to assume that it's in a downtrend unless we're in extremely bullish conditions. Now, even though today is a very good pump, we also have to understand that this is potentially an oversold bounce from all the downside from some of these coins. But that's a different story. So let's stick to Uniswap. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a basic perspective. I'm not going to make any supreme price predictions as of this point. Nothing out of the ordinary of what I've already said. But let's take a look at these screenshots for Uniswap and let's discuss. This is what we're looking at on the daily for Uniswap. Okay, so as you can see, this lower support line, it has broken slightly above. However, it was below. Okay, it broke to the downside. If you have been following along for the Uniswap videos, it is as expected. Okay, now this looks to be a bullish engulfing candle potentially happening. Let me draw the circle around it for you guys. As I zoom in, this looks to, if we've got, as of the making or the editing and the uploading of this video, you probably got 5 hours left on this candle right here. So if for the daily, if this can close bullish on a daily, you might see a trend reversal in the midterm for Uniswap. Okay, that's not a guarantee. I'm just throwing it out there. Just keep in mind. But we're gonna have to try and put some other things together, which is extremely difficult to do because, again, very little data on these charts. All right. So as of right now, what do I expect from the daily? So to get an idea of what I expect from the daily, I'm probably gonna have to go and look into earlier time frames to get a little more information. So let's switch over to the 12 hours so we can get a closer look as to what is going on at the tip of this triangle or falling triangle that I've drawn here. So as you can see, it broke to the downside as expected. At that point, like I stated in the previous video, no data on the chart, no support in that zone. Who knows where it's going to bounce? It has so happened that it bounced with the rest of the market. Now, keep that something in mind. Okay, Sushi was in a similar predicament. You're in finance too. Similar predicament, bouncing with the market, but ultimately still continuing to the downside and having lower highs right now as we speak. I'm not saying that to be negative Nathan. I'm just saying, listen. If you want to play some type of entry on this, you are putting yourself at extreme risk, and make sure you know how to put stop losses. Otherwise, you may be holding for a very long time. Yes, it will have bounces, but those bounces will come at lower prices. And who's to say those bounces are going to get back to your entry points, your entry prices? All right. So on the 8 hour, we see closely that we got pretty good volume on the first long green candle. As you can see a little further down, and then you maybe got about 20% of the volume on the next candle on that 8 hour. So now what I want to do is I want to go down to the 4 hour and let me see what else I can see on the 4 hour to make a better determination as far as what's going on with Uniswap, and then I'll take a look at the MACD and see what we got from there. But in the immediate, you can see on the MACD that it has crossed bullish. All right, and that verifies that it has previously run up for these two green candles that you see. But let's go down to the 4 hour. Let's see what I can gather from the 4 hour. All right, so on the 4 hour, you can see that a closer look shows that, okay, it's having a little bit of a sell-off in the middle of its run. Nothing crazy. However, it seems to be losing some steam. You still probably have a little bit of a run-up. It already is now testing this 231 as resistance. Now, in the previous video, I said previous resistance becomes support. And previous support becomes resistance. So right now, that 231 to 240 happened to be a trading range. It was a support trading range for Uniswap before breaking to the downside all the way under $2. And I told you guys, don't be surprised to see Uniswap in a dollar range. I said this, all right? So luckily, it bounced. But again, very little data on the chart to determine where it's going to go next. So let's finish discussing. So now it's testing this range again to see if it can break out of it. Now, I'm going to prognosticate. This is not based on any data. This is just my assumption. I think Uniswap does continue to have a run up if the market allows it to, but not much of a run up to where you're going to see 280, 293, 350, $4. Nothing crazy like that. I can see this running up to retest fully with the rest of the market if it's remained strong, even in the trend reversal, $2.50. All right, I can see it continuing up there before a midterm pullback, and then I'll have to take a look at it again, a midterm run-up pullback, and then I have to take a look at it again to decide where it's going to go from there. So, all right, don't get too hasty. Don't get the shaky hand. If you didn't watch the last Uniswap video to hear my perspective on, how I feel about Uniswap, go ahead and watch the last two videos, because I already told you where I stand and what the overall best risk to reward option is for Uniswap. All right. So anyway, time to move on to Chainlink, because Chainlink had a delicious setup. All right. Okay. Here's Chainlink. Let's start with the daily chart. As you can see, this is the structure that I drew for Chainlink as far as can it hold in this rising wedge. And as of right now, it has actually broken back up into this rising wedge. So the question is, will this run hold? Will this run up last? Is this a trend reversal? Will we continue to the upside, and will we see altcoins finally start to recover now that Bitcoin has broken $15,000? Will we see some sideways, a little bit downward action from Bitcoin so that the altcoins can start to recover some of those major losses, the big hit that it has taken after the summer run up? We shall see. But in the meantime, this is the daily. It broke to the downside of this rising structure that I drew, this rising wedge. However, currently trying to break into it. But let's take a better look. Let's go down to the 12 hour and see what we can find. So on the 12 hour, zoomed in a little bit better, we can see that, yes, it has tested it. It broke into it. It's currently below it still, or right at it rather. And the question is, can it get above it, tested its support, and stay above it for Chainlink to continue higher? Now, in the previous video, I discussed if it can put in a higher high. All right, that's what I was thinking. Can it put in a higher high? So if you took a bet on that higher high and you got in at the high $10, low $11 area, like I said, you should be within breaking even range of Chainlink. Now, if you are a trader, you already know how to play this. If you're trying to be a trader, I got a video on this channel about joining the trading group. Not even a trader, but just learning how to better manipulate the markets so you can control and manage your investments much better for more opportunity and bigger gains. So I have a video about that. And of course, at 500 subscribers, I'm considering a Patreon. Right now, we're saying 1,000 subscribers in order to start the Patreon, where we tell you how to make money in the down market, as well as passive income and trade setups, among Patreon exclusive content. But nonetheless, So what I'm looking for Chainlink next. Okay, what am I expecting? Well, you don't have much volume on a 12-hour. It's good, it's decent, but it's nothing spectacular. But what I want to see is I want to see money flow into the altcoins. If I can see more money flowing into the altcoins from Ethereum down to the next 5 out of the top 10 cryptos, then I definitely could see more upside. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is a bullish momentum building on the MACD. All right, listen, the bullish momentum building on the MACD on the 12-hour. You got bullish momentum building on the daily as well, and you've got bullish momentum building on the 8-hour. So I'm going to zoom in. It actually crossed bullish on the 8-hour. Can it hold? But again, zoomed in to the 8-hour now, you can see that it's actually above the line and potentially testing it as support right now as we speak. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing for Chainlink. Listen, I stated previously in previous Chainlink videos, I expect very big things out of Chainlink. Chainlink is a very, very popular coin. It has had a stupendous run up over the last year, a stupendous run up. So we're above this line, guys. This is a good sign. I don't know where you guys have gotten in or bought in that Chainlink, but I will say that it did come down to that coveted $9 area. And what did it do? Bounced, because other people were adamant to think, oh, $9 Chainlink, buying. I'm buying $9 Chainlink, no question. So now if it pulls back harder, which is why I have this lower line drew where it says negative 33%, then, you know, $3.53 for negative 33%, then you already know you're going to have to start your accumulation line at that high $10, low $11 range if that's where you got in at. All right. Now, as far as passive income and everything else, hey, you got to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so we can get the Patreon rocking. So I already told you my price predictions, where I can see Chainlink going. I showed you another chart where overall history, it's curving up and it's ready to, I mean, just take off. $40, $45, you know, maybe even $50 Chainlink for something that's popular and has had the progression that it has had is definitely, in my opinion, in the cards. I would not be nowhere near remotely surprised at it. So if you're going in on Chainlink, if you're investing in Chainlink, guys, make sure you know your accumulation zones, you're drawing your lines so you can make the best out of your investment. Once we go down even further to the 4-hour, and say you were trading the MACD on the 4-hour, you have some profits. You'd be in slight profits right now. So that's not a complaint. But the reason why I'm looking at the 4-hour and I'm gonna move back up to the daily is because I want to show you this bullish momentum case that leads me to believe that Chainlink has a better chance of sustaining that $8.50 to $11 price range, especially if Bitcoin remains bullish throughout. So the reason is because the buildup on a MACD. Now, again, this is rudimentary in perspective because the market can change in a blink of an eye. We understand that manipulation exists, and if Bitcoin decides I want to go to 10,000, the rest of the market is going to take a bigger hit or equal to, all right, or equal to or larger hit. So we got, of course, the bullish cross building still on the 4-hour, as you can see at the bottom, zoomed in. Now let's go back to the 8-hour. Same thing. You just had a slight bullish cross on the MACD as well. Let's go to the 12-hour and still building, of course. So this is building. And on the 12-hour, you see it crossing, heading in the direction of a bullish cross on the 12-hour. And then you've got the daily. We've got the bullish cross coming as well on the daily. And then let's look at the weekly. Let's see what we got on the weekly. All right, you got bullish momentum building on the weekly. And I'm telling you right now, if this crosses and holds bullish on the weekly, oh, you went for a very fun ride to the top of the mountain for Chainlink, especially if this is a bull market and we're continuing, quote unquote, bullish. That's all I got for you guys as far as Chainlink and Uniswap is concerned for this video at the moment. Listen, if you guys want if you want me to keep track of it a little bit better, I mean, just let me know in the comment section. I'll see what I can do as far as putting up shorter, quicker videos, just going over quick updates. That's, you know, I could do something like that, you know, just a one take straight through looking at the charts. Videos coming down the line. RD fit for you. I did not forget about you, bro. Listen, I did not forget about you. 10,000 to 100K. Which coins can get you there? That video is coming down the line. Scam coins. Somebody said something about Swipe being a scam coin in the comment section. I am going to do a video on scam coin. XRP video coming tomorrow. I will be doing an update. Let's look over XRP and give a little perspective. Dive into the background, but I'll save it for the video. Stick around, subscribe, like the video if you want that trade set up. 50 likes on this video if you want me to drop that trade setup. All right, that trade setup has been looking very good this entire time that I have been mentioning it. So I will give you that trade setup. RD50, you also asked about Zilliqa. I got a secret for you about Zilliqa, all right? So those are videos coming down the line. Can cryptocurrency still make you rich to this day? And I mean, can it still make you rich? You know, we are largely, if this is a bull cycle, we're deep into it at this point. All right. So if cryptocurrency is going to make you rich, you're going to have to go about the market a certain way. And that's something that I will talk about on the Patreon. If we get that going in a good range and a good time, I will discuss that on the Patreon for you guys so you can take advantage of that. But can it still make you rich? That's another video coming down the line. Another video coming down the line. Is the bull run over, particularly for the altcoins? I'm going to discuss that as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm Shy. This is the TheDollarTree. If you have any video requests, DM us on Instagram at the.dollar.tree. Yes. And I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. XRP. I'll see you there, right? 50 likes. Okay. Right. All right. Later.